Hiya, I'm Jasper, and welcome to your video review for The Wheel of Time, Season 2, Episodes 1 through 3, because they all came out at once, because Amazon has such faith in this show. So, as always, I'm going to give you the good, the bad, and the furry. To start off the furry, there's the Minotaur Trollocs guys again, although this time around, I think that they lean more towards animatronics rather than the shitty CGI. There's dogs and, like, were-dog type things. I'm kind of unclear on that. So, moving on. So, link in the description down below for my review of Season 1. But with Season 2, so they give a recap of Season 1 when you start this. It's on Amazon Prime. You hit, play, and it's like, oh, last season or previously on Wheel of Time. And it's 3 minutes. It is 3 whole minutes of recap. And it told me fucking nothing. I have no idea what anything was happening or going on or any of those explanations. Like, they spent 3 minutes going over things and showing things, and, like, other than one of the black chicks being super powerful, I have no idea what's going on. Like, okay, so Blue Lady lost her powers somehow, and that's it. And I spent the next 3 episodes, like these 3 episodes, trying to figure out, okay, what is the relationship between the warrior or the warmonger or the ward bearer or whatever? Like, okay, is there a protector, but they're not magical? I don't remember Season 1 because it came out almost 2 years ago, and we are just now getting to Season 2. So, all right. Some of my complaints with the first season remain with this one. Like, I still don't have any idea what the fuck is going on. I really feel like this show would benefit from a Star Wars episode, whatever, opening scroll to just explain what the fuck is going on or what this world is or all these different terms, because it seems like they're like, hey, the term wizard and warlock and healer and blah, 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 and like lady and lord and whatnot, that's too easy to remember. So we're going to replace all of those terms, so you have to remember all new jargon for just this show, which is really annoying to me. But this would have benefited from that opening scroll, or even just a narration. Like, an opening narration is like a battle is going on, just like explaining what the fuck this world is, would be good, because Season 1 didn't explain it, and it didn't affect anything, and Season 2 hasn't explained it, so it's not like explaining things ahead of time would really dampen the exploration. This is not a show, in my opinion, that benefits or is about exploring the mystery of, like, what is this world? No, it just wants you to fucking already know all this shit. I haven't read the book, or books. I'm not going to. This show should stand on its own, and it still doesn't, in my opinion. There's also, especially the first episode, some long, drawn out pauses, just like in Ahsoka. So don't pad your runtime with just people walking and slow pauses, and like, it does not build tension. If you're going to have slow shit, you need to have it build something, and it doesn't in this one. Just like in Ahsoka, it felt like it was just padding the runtime. Also, especially in the tower, the outfits do not look like they are worn enough. They don't look realistic. It looks like they were just like screen printed t-shirt type of things. So that was a little disappointing. I will say that the merchant guy's outfit, who was like bargaining about the stone or whatever, his outfit looked tremendous. And outside of the tower, I feel like the tower area was just filmed entirely by itself, by a different crew with a different budget, because the sets are shittier, they're much more closed in, they're much less believable. There's light sources, like evening light coming from over here, and then all of the windows, which just have intricate like designs to somehow cover up the fact that they're definitely not fucking windows, they're set pieces, also have light coming in through them. And it's just, and it's so small and it's so cramped, and just nothing is believable there. It's dumb. And then you go out and about, and like, they have some beautiful like Lord of the Rings style faraway shots, but then there's a number of locations that they go to that have really good sets. Like, they have good, whenever it's outdoors, like actually outdoors, not the like balcony level of the tower, which has shitty green screen, but like actually outdoors, they have some pretty good set design and wardrobe and everything else. Like, it looks much more believable. So yeah, just go for it for that. Also, I just want to point out that there's somebody in a prison cell, and it's a pretty damn cushy prison. I'm just saying, like, one of them gets wine, which seems, and they both get candles, which just seems like a lot of expense for prisoners, but whatever. the other thing, once again about the tower, like somebody like is just cleaning shit and like pouring a bunch of like old drinks and used food into this bucket, and then she goes to what is clearly the like cellar kitchen area, which is not nearly big enough to feed the number of people that's mostly there. Because remember, I said tower is way too small. But she puts down this like used gross bucket on the same table that looks like they're preparing fresh food for. I feel like in a place that is this big or helping this many people, they would have, some separation there. Some like, hey, this is the used shit pile and this is the new shit pile. Like, don't put them together. But whatever, what do I know? So another thing that I think is a symptom of an Amazon Prime show that has come out in the past year or so is that it is way too fucking dark. I will say that it's only on some of the night scenes. I would say probably about half of the night scenes. It is just way too dark. And I think that some of it is style choices and some of it is to make CGI cheaper choices. But it is better than some of the other ones that have come out recently because not all of the night scenes are terribly undershot or terribly underlit. And most of the daylight ones are just fine. So it's only some of the night shots that are just way, way underlit, too hard to see everything. But most of some of the others, I would say about half of the others are still decently lit at night so that, and yeah, it's like, okay, there's the moon, see the moon? There you go, now that's your source of lighting. So now it makes sense for why you can see everything. So I like when, sure, it can be night, but we can still see as the audience what the fuck is going on, even if the characters can't. So that worked for me. So they are, I would say that, they've been doing it too dark for a while, but now they have one that's only half too dark. And the daylight scenes are actually daylight lit, so that's fun. I would say that this kind of reminds me of like a sci-fi show, like sort of Shannara show, where it's just like some things just aren't too lived in, but they like it has petty problems and it's about love stories or whatever else. Like it's about the characters and less about the general plot, even though it's supposed to be more about the plot than the characters, but whatever. And then it also has a bit of the like Hercules and Xena era of set and cost-wise, especially for the tower. So the thing is that those were in the 90s, and like I can forgive and appreciate with nostalgia the like why people would be like, yeah, that's an acceptable level of production value for what was, I think, an expensive show back in the day. But this is nowadays, and I expect better out of even shows that like may not have the highest budget. So I thought they did the CGI of the magic particle effects, still did a good job on that, but some of the set and everything else design was a little distracting for how undercooked it is. And I still don't really know what's going on. Like, okay, I get the individual person's struggle here and the individual person's struggle here, and I sort of understand this other person's struggle, like that there's something going on, but I don't know what the fuck it is. Maybe that's the mystery box thing that's going on for that storyline. But a lot of it, I worry because we are already 3 episodes in, and it seems like we are still in the setup, and I feel like we didn't answer some of the questions from the first season. So I worry that since this is only an 8-episode run, that they're going to do the thing where they did like with The Power, I think it was, where, cool, we made a second season, but didn't get enough viewers, so we're just going to end it and not answer any of the fucking questions. Go read the book. It's your problem. And I don't like that. I want the seasons, for the most part, to be able to stand by themselves. Like, I don't mind if you set up another season, but I need you to finish what you started for the most part, like have a satisfying conclusion. And I don't know that this one will at this point. So I'm going to wait probably until the rest of the season comes out because, well, I don't understand what's going on for the most part. I do still feel compelled by these characters, some of them anyway, Rosamund Pike's story. But I do want to see what's going to happen. And I like me a good, magic particle show. So I'm still going to watch the rest of it, but probably not until the rest of it comes out. So hopefully they finish it out properly and have a good ending for a season, but I'm not really hopeful at this point. So check this out if it sounds interesting to you, but I would say to watch the first season immediately before the second if you want to have any ideas on what's going on. But that's all I have for this one. Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you at the next one. Bye.